Good morning and welcome to the How to Choose Happiness show, where we teach you how to claim your freedom, how to claim your power to create the happy, healthy, abundant life that is your birthright. I'm your host, Lauren Foster, and this month we're talking about how you can harness your creative power by having an amazing relationship with your body. Hello, Tammy. So I wanted to do a little bit of technology learning, so bear with me. I use a program called Ecamm to do these Facebook Lives, so that I'm hoping that popped up on the screen. All right, cool. So welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. Before we go any further, be sure, if you haven't already done so, to click on the link that's in this post and download your free meditation. Now, it's called the Connect with Your Body Healing Meditation, but this is a meditation that's good for anything. It will really, what I do is I just walk you through having a little short conversation with each part of your body and checking in and getting it to relax. And when you're finished, you will have gone through your whole body and consciously asked each section of your body what's going on with it, and giving it permission to just relax and flow into the next moments of your life. So it's not just about your health. It's a great meditation for anything at all. So download it and do it, and let me know what you think about it and what kind of results that you get from it. So secondly, help me feel less alone here. My darling partner Tammy is here with me. But if you're watching this video live, say so with just putting a 1 in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, put a 2 in the comments. This also helps me to know when you're watching, so that possibly we'll adjust the time of this so that we can be live together. And also like this video, so that way it'll be sure to show up in your feed and you can share it with your friends, and hopefully we'll all help each other to be more powerful and stronger and creating lives that we love. So this month we have been talking all about the power of your body and the power of having a great relationship with your body and being mindful about what is going on with this earth suit that you have. And it's so important to remember that you are not your body. You have a body. You are divine and eternal. Never ending, never beginning. You've always been here. And this body is just what you're walking around in this short little stint that you have on this earth. So discovering the kinds of things that you say to your body, using the power of your words in the compliments or the complaints or the criticism that you have about your body, and making your body your best friend. So that's kind of what we talked about in the first week, is just an overview of getting to know who this body is and what it wants from you, and establishing a clear, solid line of communication. And then we talked about stress. We talked about what it is and the effects that it can have on your body. And then we talked about stress management techniques, one of which is meditation. So again, I encourage you to download the meditation and see if it doesn't just make you feel better about your perspective on things, because that's all stress is the way that we are choosing to respond to circumstances, to outside events in our lives, or if we're just allowing ourselves to be a reactor. We're allowing ourselves to be triggered and allowing our buttons to be pushed and allowing life to just pull us hither and thither instead of creating our lives on purpose. So stress and stress management. And then we moved on to food, which last week was supposed to be about food and exercise. And we talked mostly about food. We talked about keeping a food journal and learning about yourself and your body and the reasons that you make the choices that you do as far as what you're eating. So if you eat something that you believe is bad for you, it is bad for you. So is it easier to eat something different, or is it easier to change your beliefs? It's kind of a trick question. Changing your beliefs can definitely be done, but to convince yourself that something that you've believed your whole life is bad for you, it's that's a complicated issue. So we talked about creating the food journal. So did you do that? And did you learn anything about yourself and your body and your habits and your choices by doing that? So trusting our body, learning that we have cravings that are not necessarily healthy, and kind of assessing what we've taught our body up until now and teaching our body some new things and some new habits, and to have a relationship with food that is loving and fun and free, but also that is giving your body what it really needs. So this week, we're going to talk this week about self-esteem, but I'm going to talk about exercise as well for a little bit in today's episode. So today we're going to talk about exercise and self-esteem, and then on Thursday, come back here and we're going to talk about several different tools that you can use in order to increase your self-esteem. So first of all, let's talk about what we mean by self-esteem. This is the grand picture of ourselves as to how we are showing up in the world. This is the level at which we feel we're worthy or deserving or capable or confident. Hi, Christine. I'm so happy that you're here. Thanks for joining us. So what is your picture of yourself, and how are different circumstances in your life, including your current weight, your current level of fitness, how are those affecting your picture of yourself and how you're showing up in the world? So exercise. The reason that I don't talk a lot about exercise is because this is an area in which my self-esteem gets beat up, because my relationship with exercise is still evolving and is still in a very weird and strange place. So all of my life, I have gone up and down in weight. I've been, 20 or 30 pounds overweight. I've been just exactly right. I've never been underweight. But this is a challenge that continues to come up in my life. And I believe that 80% of your body composition is based on what you eat, but the other 20% is based on movement and based on now, let me back up from that. The number one thing about your body composition is your mindset. The 80% of your physical activities is what you eat, going into what your body composition is. And then the rest is your relationship with movement and with exercise. And this is not an easy answer. I always envy the people who were just in love with some physical activity. People that are runners that just feel itchy and antsy if they don't get a chance to get out and run, or that they love to swim and they feel like a fish out of water if they don't get an opportunity to swim. And I've always wanted to find an activity like that I could fall in love with, and I'm still looking for that activity and working on my own mindset around that. So as an example, I love to be out in the woods with my dogs. I just absolutely love it. It feels so amazing. But my brain, whenever I start heading towards the woods to go for a hike with my dogs, my brain kicks in and says, it makes me feel like I have to do this in order to get exercise. And my brain remembers how hard it is to climb hills, because it's hard. I live on the side of a mountain, and getting up to the trails where we can just stroll around and enjoy the scenery it's hard. It's physically hard. And so my brain starts making all of these excuses, and I wind up missing out on something that I love because of that little rebel that's in my brain that says, no, I don't want to exercise and you can't make me. So I am having to learn to bring the grown-up, empowered, discerning, decision-making woman that I am now into that conversation with that, teenage girl who doesn't want to do as she's told, and try to figure out a way to incorporate the exercise, the physical movement, the effort, the discomfort of challenging my muscles, and get that lined up with loving the activity and loving the results from that. I always feel so much better. And I'm in, 2016, I was hiking with my dogs every day. I was in amazing shape and, right at my ideal weight. And something always comes along to knock things off track, and that is my mindset. So I'm right here on this journey with you. I am right here figuring all of this out and learning how to use all of these life skills tools that I'm teaching you in my own life. So it's all about the journey, friends. So I'm happy that you're here with me. So what I know for sure about exercise and movement is that our current lifestyle of sitting all the time is absolutely not good for us. And even the people who are diligently going to the gym for an hour every day and yet spending 13 hours sitting down at a desk, that's we call them the healthy couch potato in the primal movement. And so one thing that is absolutely guaranteed to be good for you is to change up the way that you're moving around. Add movement into your daily life. Now this I'm pretty good at. So I have like 6 different workstations around my house. I sit on the floor, I sit on an exercise ball sometimes I do sit in a normal chair. Did I already say that I stand up sometimes? And then sitting in the floor, you can sit in all kinds of different positions so that your body isn't just always in this seated in a chair position that shortens the muscles on the front of your body and just really kind of slows everything down. So I know for certain that incorporating different movement into your everyday life is an amazing and wonderful and easy way to get more movement in your life. Now, some of you are saying, I don't have that freedom. I have to stay at my desk. I'm not allowed to do all of that. So now we're raising another completely different question, which is why have you created your life in a way that your freedom is stolen? And so we're getting all into creating the work that you love, creating your own business, if you like, creating your abundance in a way that also allows you to have your health and your happiness and your free time and your freedom, and getting the either or out of your head that, oh, I can either have money and security or I can have freedom. You can have both. I promise you. I promise you. So what else about exercise? If the next time you're out riding around and you see people that are jogging on the side of the road, look at their face. Some of the people that are out running are torturing themselves. They have their heads down, they're huffing and puffing, they clearly look miserable, and they're forcing themselves and their body through an activity that they don't enjoy, and they're probably doing it too long. We call this chronic cardio in the primal lifestyle movement. Now you will see others, like I referred to before, that they look like they're having the time of their life. They look like they're alive. They look like they are totally enjoying this interaction with their body and flying down the road. So figuring out the ways that you like to move and moving in that way, that's the key. And it's simple, but it's not easy. And our theme today is to just start again and to always do your best. And that I could say, you know what, I'm 54 years old and I haven't fallen in love with any certain specific kind of exercise that has lasted. I'm just going to give up. And then, when I'm 70, I'm going to, bear the weight of that. So don't let the idea that discomfort and dis-ease and impairment of your body is an inevitable part of aging. Don't let that be planted in your brain, because it's not. 70, 80, 90, 100-year-olds who are thriving in their bodies and doing amazing things. So you don't have to hurt just to maintain your health. So, build activity into your life however that you can. All right, so don't get that in your mind. Keep your mindset straight. Move around, find things that your body loves to do. All right, so finally, don't allow your weight or your level of fitness or anything that's going on with your physical body to dictate what your level of self-esteem is. Your power comes from knowing that you can learn new things, that you can acquire the resources that you need to get whatever it is that you want. So you can interact with this world in any way that you want. Just claim your power to do that and make conscious decisions. So that's what we have for today. I meant to take questions and figure out how to interact with people. I do have some people that in the comments that those are coming up on my screen. Tammy says, I like to take 5 minutes in between stuff to do push-ups or squats or planks just for a few minutes to break away from sitting at my computer. That's a great idea. I have a pull-up bar in one of the doorways in my house, and one of the habits that I keep trying to get into is to stop and try to do some pull-ups. I don't have the upper body strength to actually do those, but eventually I will if I keep trying that. So every time I walk past that, I'm to step up on a little stool and do some pull-ups. So that's an amazing thing. And yeah. All right, and so let's see. Christine says, I have a stand-up desk, but wonder if that is better. I like your idea. So standing still in one position for a really long time is really not that much better than just sitting. But if you stand for 5 minutes, you sit on the floor for 5 minutes, when you're taking phone calls, get mobile, get a headset and walk around while you're talking on the phone. When you do have the opportunity, take just a short walk outside. Every little bit counts. So if you just have 5 minutes, use those 5 minutes. And they all will add up to being, just awesome, amazing. And Christine also says she walks around the building. Awesome. Yeah. So learn to communicate with your body, learn what your body likes, learn how you and your mind and your body, the three of you, your soul, your mind, your body, are all making their way through this life together, and do it in a way that's conscious and on purpose and mindful. So remember that happiness is a choice, that you can always choose to be happy first, and I will see you back here on Thursday. Thanks so much.